Let me break it down for you, Mark.
Here's what's coming up.
So, Invincible has officially wrapped up its second season, and just as everyone expected, it was pretty good. I always found Invincible to be a show that's hard to make a video on since most people already talk about the same stuff. The animation's great, the story's engaging, and the characters are interesting and fun with good development. Angstrom was a very good villain, though I have my issues with him, but I'm gonna get into that a little later. But first, I want to talk more about the show and Mark himself, aka... Before this video starts, I just want to let you guys know that we are almost at 600 subscribers. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And give this like a video. Go watch some of my other videos. I promise you won't be disappointed. Into this video. Oh yeah, and obvious spoiler warning, so you've been warned. As I said before, Invincible is a great show and I had a lot of fun watching it. What's interesting about this season, and really the show as a whole, is how much love it gives to its side characters. A lot of shows struggle with giving their side characters enjoyable arcs or even screen time for that matter, but Invincible makes you understand these characters and it makes them pretty relatable. I really enjoyed characters like Adam Eve, Debbie, Rex, Robot. Hell, even Donald gets an interesting story. Fucking Donald. This show does a very good job of making everyone feel important, and even if they aren't the most important story characters, they're still fun to see on screen. Debbie is one of my favorite characters in the show because she shows us the perspective of someone who has to deal with being in the middle of all this superhero shit without having a superpower herself. It's really interesting to see how she deals with life post her husband killing hundreds of people, and I was very invested in her character. I feel like this type of story is missing from a lot of mainstream movies and shows. Yes, it's a superhero show. Superheroes are cool. We all love to see them do cool shit and be strong, but taking the time to show us a more grounded story and more grounded character is always a great thing. If you can make a normal human story interesting in a show about superheroes, you're doing something right. Steven Yeun gives another stellar performance as Mark, and he portrays his emotions perfectly. As a matter of fact, every actor in the show did great. J.K. Simmons is perfect as Omni-Man, Sandra Oh is great, Zachary Quinto is great, Seth Rogen, they're all great. As I said before, I want to talk about both Mark and Angstrom, but for two very different reasons. I think my love for Mark grew more this season, as the more I see him on screen, the more I understand him, specifically whenever he's fighting. Now, it's no secret, this man Mark gets his ass handed to him, like daily, damn near every episode. Bro is not living up to his name. However, what I love about Mark so much is how he never backs down from a fight, even when he knows he can't win. He did it with Omni-Man last season, and this season he did it with Anissa. Is that how you say her name? I don't fucking know. It's pretty inspiring. Until he gets his ass beat. But even then, after he gets beaten and he's bleeding everywhere, he still doesn't let go of his morals, beliefs, or convictions. He holds on to what he believes in, and he won't change it for anyone, even if it means he may die. Now that makes him sound pretty damn... Okay, that's the last one, I promise. Okay, now let's talk about the big bad of the season, Angstrom. Angstrom started off as a very strong character and antagonist, originally wanting to create a better world before accidentally merging himself with a bunch of other versions of himself who hate Invincible due to Invincible being evil in those other universes. It's pretty cool to see that shit go down, and I was so hyped to see what he'd do. But after that, bro got barely any screen time up until the ending of the 7th episode. Now don't get me wrong, that last episode with him was amazing and created one of the best scenes in Invincible, but I just wish we saw more of him besides post-credit scenes throughout the series. Though those post-credit scenes were pretty cool. It was also amazing to see Angstrom's experiences with other versions of Mark, and it was pretty scary to see those other versions of Mark. Like, Mark can turn into a scary dude, like damn. But Angstrom's one of those characters where you can understand where he's coming from, but that doesn't make him right in the slightest. And it's a pretty interesting parallel that the Angstroms that got merged together, majority of them only know an evil Mark. So the fact that this Mark is good does play a factor in them being angry, just as Debbie said. So overall, I think this season was great. A lot of people say it was underwhelming, but I actually really enjoyed it, and it makes me more excited for the upcoming seasons. Yes, I just stuttered, shut up. Solid season, can't wait for season 3. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to, considering it's gonna take like 3 years, but that's fine. Animation takes a long time, and I do not want them to rush. I want them to be great. Overall, I'd give this season probably an 8 out of 10. Don't take my rating system seriously. I'm an idiot. That'll be all. I'll see you guys in the next video about anything. Peace.
Bye.